Hello everyone, welcome back to Lady Lilith Beaver Colony. So I got a helpful comment on my last video saying I should add some stairs right next to my forester and it'll help expand the sort of growing range of the mangroves. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for a start, because that was a very good idea. So if we put one right here, I'm not sure if I need to path it up. We'll see what happens once it goes in. And they did also mention checking there was another way for the bad water to flow during the bad weather tide, so it doesn't pool up here, which was a very good point. And actually, yes, it looks like it could flow out this way. We would have to get over here and somehow destroy this dam, which is very doable because if I just put a pair of stairs or set of stairs in here, I get up and around the back there. And hopefully that would allow bad water to flow out there during a bad tide. And if I check around here, I do believe... Oh, okay. There is again loads of dam pieces I need to take out. So thank you, Polexoli? Not entirely sure how to pronounce that. For your very nice comment and very good points, because I probably would have gotten into a bad water and been like, oh no, I forgot to do loads of prep. I thought I was doing so well, but I will go ahead and get that all set up so that the bad water has a place to go. And ooh, look, some of my mangroves have grown up. And there's the stairs in. Oh wow, that does give a massively bigger planting area. You were totally right. I'm gonna go put some more mangroves in. There we go, that should hopefully be plenty mangroves for now. We do have someone in our gatherer's flag, but I don't think these are mature enough to have fruit yet, so I'm going to go ahead and pause that for now. And I will set another stairs we built over here. Okay, and I'll go ahead and start demolishing it, but I'll do it from sort of the back, going backwards towards the colony, because sometimes if you set them all to be demolished, they'll end up demolishing like these ones back here and not be able to go around and get to these ones, or sometimes a beaver will be demolishing the end one and then they'll get stuck out there because someone's like gone and demolished the one back here. So I'll just do it one at a time, hopefully. And I'll have a little look at getting around here. Okay, so that shouldn't be too hard. So I think looking at it, I probably want to demolish this one here. Makes the most sense. So that the water flows sort of down, out, and around, and down and out here, rather than flowing through the back here, which is relatively close to the back of my colony. And I just want to keep the bad water away from everything. So I've gone ahead and put a couple of dam pieces in here and allow me to get over here up to these stairs here. And path along here. And then just they're down. And that should allow me the access to here to demolish all these pieces. I'm sure I haven't done this in the most sort of logical or resource useful way, but it doesn't particularly matter. It's always useful to get access to extra areas and things. We'll probably have to head down here for scrap metal and things anyway at some point, so it'll be fine. There's just some stairs there. And I do have, quite a bit of lumber and not that many things, but that's okay. They're being made. That should hopefully be that problem solved for the most part. And I guess we just need to work out where we want to go next. So having a look at well-being, we've covered pretty much all their basic needs. I've got 2 of their nutrition down, so kohlrabies and fermented cassavas. We should soon have mangrove fruits. And they do have a lot more sort of nutrition needs. I mean, something like social life. I think I do still have access to the campfire. Have a look. Yeah, I could put a campfire in. That doesn't need... It only takes logs and doesn't need unlocking. I already put a nice hangout spot. I'm thinking maybe if we could try and get up here, because we could also then put a rooftop terrace on top of, one of their houses, and that would kind of create a nice, cool, chill out, hangout spot up here. It'd have some pretty cool views over the forest and over the rivers and stuff. That wouldn't be a too bad of a place to be. I could just add a set of stairs up here, I believe. And that would allow access up. And a rooftop terrace about there. And a campfire opposite of it here. Oh no, that wouldn't work because it has not enough space for a path. Yeah, it looks like I have to spot. Okay. There we go. And I guess if we're building up here, we could also look at some decorations. I believe I have access to a shrub. Yeah, if I put it there, but that would add decoration to both the barracks. Might boost up a little bit. So at the end we've got, aesthetic. So a shrub. Oh look, there we go. Our beavers are already using rooftop terrace. Oh man, that looks really cool with a fire pit. And we're gonna sit around and chat and things. Yeah, nice little hangout spot. Oh look, I've done the same thing again. I forgot to put like one square in. There we go. Okay, so now these can be built? Yes, now they can finally be built. I'm bad for doing that. I must keep an eye on that. So I think for really the next step in our colony is we're going to need to look at putting more power in. Because we're probably going to need to look at a gear workshop. Because kind of lots of the next step things require gears. And there's not too many options for power. You can sort of do water wheels. You can get the bigger water wheels. Or we can look at the steam engine, which burns fuel to create power. But I think that's a little bit of way because it needs, both gears and metal blocks. Maybe we'll look at putting another water wheel in. Okay, so down here seems to have pretty good water speed, so it's 122 horsepower if I put one down there. So I think that should be the next spot. Go ahead and put that. And we'll also look at unlocking a gear workshop. So it's 100 science, and we have over 400, so that's no problem. Go ahead and put that in there. And this turns planks into gears. Probably want to look at a little bit of storage for that. Probably not too far from where we're making them. But I do prefer to put my storage on sort of the brown ground rather than the green stuff. Nope, and I have 2 unemployed beavers currently. So population is going up. So something that would probably help quite a bit with sort of moving goods around and keeping places stocked up would be getting a hauling post in. So I might go ahead and stick that in over here. So this allows beavers to become haulers, and basically they just move things around. Yeah, I might stick it over here near our city center. And I can also set this, you're probably a little higher on construction, but I'll set it lower on workplace. And it can also work as a bit of an overflow. So if you have extra beavers, they go on the hauling post, and if you have less beavers, beavers come out the hauling post first. This is not one of the most essential jobs, but it's very useful to have. If we can come down to the water, we can go ahead and collect these as prioritized by haulers, because we definitely want water. We're always going to need water, so we want it coming in and out where we can. I'm going to go ahead and add a medium warehouse down there and set that to store our gears. Let's actually check how many builders. Oh yeah, I did lower down the number of builders, so I'll go ahead and boost that back up. And look, there we have no unemployed beavers now. That's great. Oh no, we do have a beaver sleeping outside. Oh dear. We're probably gonna have to look at putting another barrack in soon. We are, I think, currently slightly low on wood. Until our trees sort of grow up and reach maturity, we might... Yeah, these are about halfway done. Maybe slightly over halfway done. The less further out we go. So yeah, we might have to wait a little bit for our trees to be growing before we can do a lot more building. But luckily we do have a fast forward button and I can just jump forward time for you guys. Oh, and there we go. We have the polling post in. So we do have 4 beavers in there. And so they should be running around. Oh, you can see the kind of little ones highlighted in blue. So they're running around, grabbing everything from all the different things. So like they're getting food from the farmhouse, water from there, and putting it in storages. So hopefully this will help boost up the amount of food we're getting in, because I have been keeping an eye on it, and it seems like we're sort of a little bit low on food, and I might have to think about putting another farmhouse in at some point. But if the haulers make a difference, I might not have to. I might actually go ahead and prioritize this by haulers as well, because you need food and you need water. Oh, and it looks like some of our mangrove trees now have fruit elements. I'm going to go ahead and unpause this gatherer flag and set it to prioritize mangrove fruits. And that should hopefully mean this beaver will come along and collect these mangrove fruits, and we'll now have another source of nutrition. And we have got a well-being score of 10 now, which is pretty good. So we are getting, thirst, hunger, shelter. Oh yeah, we've got a little bit of dip in shelter because we have a few unhoused beavers. We got wet fur, 2 types of food. Most people are enjoying the campfire and rooftop terrace, and we've got little shrub aesthetics going on. So yeah, that is good. What does this mean for... Okay, so yeah, we've got plus 40% working speed, 5% movement speed, and 20% life expectancy. And so the next tier we get movement speed is tier 12, so that shouldn't be too far away, especially if we get mangrove fruits on board soon. It also looks like our trees are not too far from being matured, or the first sort of batch of them aren't. So I'm going to go ahead and put another house in, or another barrack in, so that our poor little homeless beavers have somewhere to live. Now we do have a drought approaching in a few days. Or, like, tomorrow, actually. No, I don't think I have enough time to put another small tank, another liquid tank in. But that's fine. I think that should hopefully be enough water for the drought. And oh look, our gear workshop is in, just in time for the drought, and I'll have to probably pause it, because there'll be no power, but that's okay. It'll be useful for when the drought ends, and we have power again. And there we go, our drought has started. The 4-day drought, so that's not too bad. And I'm going to go ahead and pause our water pumps for now, and I'll pause all the things that need power, which unfortunately includes our fermenter. Okay, yeah, look, this is great. We've got this starting to be demolished, so it means there is a place for the bad water to run off here. Go ahead and add another bit in there. It looks like this area here is keeping... I wonder if I should raise these. This will drain completely back that way, actually. I didn't think of that. I might go ahead and do that for the drought. Just hoping that this area stays, well, full of water, because we don't want our trees to die out. We want to keep our mangroves nice and healthy, and also keep our oaks watered, though I don't think they would die in 4 days. They are relatively drought resistant. Okay, yeah, and it also looks like we've got this side demolished as well, so the bad water could flow off down the map there. This is all great news. Okay, it does look like this isn't going to dry up by flowing off the map. That is good, so I probably didn't need to raise them, but oh well. Better safe than sorry. Now we do have access to scrap over here, since coming over to demolish that. So we might actually want to start collecting it. If we go into metal here, we can unlock the scavenger flag for 250 science points. And we can go ahead and put it in there. And once that's built, they will start collecting scrap from these ruins. I have heard theories or someone talking about, I think, that basically This is like post-apocalyptic Earth of like humans did their human thing and caused maybe like an environmental tragedy, and all that's left of our societies are these kind of scrap ruins, and beavers have taken over, which is kind of cute and funny. Okay, we will need to put some storage in for scrap, so I go for a large industrial pile there and set that to scrap. We will eventually be able to get a smelter in to be able to smelt the scrap down into iron blocks, but that does need both power and gears. We are currently have a gearworks in, but we haven't. Oh, we only have 4 gears at the moment. Maybe give it a little bit longer for that to sort of work and build up a little bit of gears, and then we can go ahead and put the smelter in and start getting wooden blocks. It'll open up a whole load of different building options for us. Okay, so we have 1.5 days left of our drought, and we're looking at about 70 water left. So I will need to keep an eye on that. Just make sure that we don't sort of run out of water. I am thinking I'm probably going to need to put in quite a few more water tanks, especially if we're growing our population. And I might actually look at getting medium water tanks, but they do need gears, 20 gears, so they are quite sort of expensive. But we are making gears, so it's definitely something possible to get. Okay, so we do have our next barrack in. So we do not have no beavers sleeping on the ground, which is lovely. I don't like when beavers are sleeping outside. It makes me sad. Oh, okay, it's the last day of the drought, and up here has sort of dried out of water. That is possibly going to be problematic in the future. It should be fine for now because the drought just ended. I guess I might have to raise these during drought times. Trap the water in there. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, and I'm going to remember to turn my water pump back on because we are actually completely out of water. And we got a few thirsty beavers around. Just double check. Yep, people have gone in there. That is no problem. And there we go. Our water is rushing back in. Everything is going to be nice and watered again, which is great. So I go ahead and turn back on all our power needing buildings, as there should be power restored relatively soon. And what I was thinking of doing is maybe building some floodgates up here so that during sort of the wet season, I can keep the water sort of flowing down through my colony to hopefully keep these guys moving a lot better, rather than it flowing down and out both sides. Give me much more kind of higher water volume. Yeah, because it doesn't even look like it's spilling over here yet. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I can lower them during bad water tides to let the bad water out. There. And some over here as well. Oh look, my trees have grown up. That's great. I can go ahead and... Okay, there's already someone there in that lumberjack flag, and I can add another one, or another few in if I need them. And if we see here, these are almost in, and it is reducing the flow, which is kind of increasing the flow down here. And allowing our water wheel to turn, but as you can see, it's only creating 75 horsepower, rather than, I think it was making over 100, because I did have these two on. Basically, it's enough to power our lumber mill in order to get the planks, because we do need them to build these guys. We need 5 each. It always seems in this game, you solve one problem, and you just create another. Always run around trying to put out a fire. Or at least how I play. Maybe some people are a little more strategic in how they play and sort of work out how things are going to affect everything else. I sometimes just do things and I'm like, oops, that was unintended, but oh well, we can fix it. Something I just realized I didn't check when I planted the mangroves is the reach of the gatherer flag. And luckily most of them are in, but there is just one little strip down here is not in range of the gatherer flag. I mean, I don't think it's a big deal. I don't think we're going to run out of mangrove fruits with all of these trees. But these guys will just not be picked for now. If it becomes an issue, I'll work out how to sort it out, but... oh dear. Okay, there we go. This side is in. And so the water is moving back around here. And this should hopefully be moving a little bit faster. And it is now moving this one. Water's running down the back of my colony as well. Yeah, that's a lot better. Yeah, this one is moving faster as well. So that is definitely an improvement. Oh look, my log storage is pretty much full. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put another piece of storage up for that, because yeah, we're always gonna need logs and keep collecting them, so we're definitely going to want to keep the storage up for that. I wonder if I should make a storage sort of area somewhere. No, I think I'll just put it down here by this stuff. I don't want to move my storage too far away yet. Eventually, when I get sort of better transportation, I might put it up like here on this big brown patch up here, or maybe a little further afield, but not right now because you don't want the crews to walk too far to have to get it. And I'll go ahead and turn the fermenter back on, just so we can start making some cassavas being made as well. I had left it off just while we were needing lots and lots of planks, because they are sharing the same power source, but now with a little bit less of a need, I'll turn that back on. Because we do want the food for our colony. Okay, and there we go. Yes, the last one over here is in. I'll raise these up. And that should mean that more water is being funneled through our colony. Okay, so the power supply versus power demand. We've got more demand than supply. Oh, no, we don't. There we go, that made a big difference. So there's much more supply than demand now. Okay, perfect. And I'll go ahead and turn back on our gear workshop. And we should be all back up and running. And now we have bad tide protections. I hope. I guess we'll find out. The first bad tide. I might not know. Ooh, there's a drought approaching. So I'm going to go ahead and unlock a medium water tank, or medium tank. Go ahead and get that put down somewhere. And it worked right there next to the water pumps. I guess the question is now, can this be built and then filled with water in the 3 days we have until the drought? I'm not entirely convinced it can be. I'll bump it up to the highest 40. But I might put a couple more of the smaller tanks in. Bump them up priority. Bump this down 1 priority. Oh, did I not bump that up? Must have not. So you can just have a little bit more water storage. Hopefully it'll get in, but I'm not entirely confident needing 20 gears. Oh, there's 8 in there already, and we are making gears at a fair clip, it seems. We do have plenty of planks for now, and I don't think we've got any buildings on the go right now, except from those. Okay, so they're in. I'll set them to water, because I forgot to do that. There we go. Okay, so the last day, and it's still not being made or being built yet, and it's still waiting for gears. So yeah, I definitely don't think we'll get that in. But we did get 2 more of the little tanks in, so we should hope to be able to survive the drought. I guess we will see. Actually, looking at it from more water storage point, we could store water all back here. We probably won't get it in before this drought. But if I go ahead and put some stairs up to here... Oh, there's our drought in. Started. I'm going to go ahead and raise these guys. We keep the water back here. And yeah, it seems everything stopped flowing, so I'm going to pause these ones. I guess pause everything that's reliant on power. And I now have 8 unemployed beavers. We'll put a bunch more in the hauling posts. Yeah, something like there would work. And that would hopefully mean we could store water in this section, and I could be able to pump during the droughts, because it wouldn't matter if this side dried out because we're not growing anything over here. There we go. And I may as well put a lumberjack flag up here to be able to collect all this lumber. And remember to mark the trees for cutting. While we're at it, I've just spotted a few trees over here that I didn't mark for cutting. I will go ahead and do that, but everything else... Oh, yeah. Okay, all these ones in here. There we go. I think we're definitely going to want to look at a different power source in, because it is a little bit annoying having to stop everything during the dry season. They're probably aiming for the steam engine, which does mean we need gears, which we're making, and metal block. So we will need to look at getting in a smelter. So 50 planks, 20 gears, and 30 scrap. So we do have the scrap, and we are making planks and gears, but we don't have a lot of them currently. They're kind of going to all our construction. We need 300 science. We got tons of science, so that's fine. But yeah, when the drought is over, I think that's going to be our next kind of big thing. I could actually start preparing to put it in, work out where it go. I think over here next to the gear workshop would work. And it does need quite a bit of power, 200. Probably going to have to look at getting another couple of water wheels. Again, I probably want to put them in when the water is flowing, since I don't know where the best power is, but we could kind of string some along here. Maybe put one behind it here. We'll work out how much we need and how many we need of them. Yeah, once the drought is over. Ooh, we only have one water left. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn the water pump back on. I mean, even if this area does dry out, we've only got a day left of the drought. So it hopefully wouldn't kill all our plants and things. And hopefully by next drought, we'll have this in. And so there'll be plenty of water to go around, and we'll have the medium water tank in as well. This will help sort of future-proof. And there our drought ends. And these did work as well to keep this whole area full of water and green, which is pretty good. I'll go ahead and lower these so our water can start flowing back in. And unpause all the things I paused for summer, because hopefully the water will start flowing again soon. Maybe that was a little bit of a premature... Oh no, there we go. It started flowing over there. I was like, you say maybe that was a little bit of a premature unpausing, but I think we're okay. So hopefully now that we have planks being made again, might actually up the number of beavers in here. So we make planks a little bit faster, because we will need a load of them at this point. So hopefully now we're making planks again, we can get the stairs in here, and then the dam in over here. We should also look at the amount of power this water wheel is creating. So it's creating 185. We're using... Sorry, numbers in my bad. Okay. It is making about 150, we'll say. And this one is using 120 of that, so we don't have enough power to also power the smelter. Okay, so we definitely want another water wheel in. And going there would get us 100, which I think would work okay. Might go ahead and put 2 of those in along there. And we can just put a set of stairs down to get into the water here. Be able to build those. You know, actually, while we're in the water here, may as well put another bit of dam in. Maybe like across there. It'll keep water in this little bit here. We can use it for emergencies. And it will stop the bad water from over here backing up in towards our colony as well. Oh, and our medium tank is in, so we can set this up for water, so we can start storing much more water for the next drought, because that one was cutting it very close. And our food situation looks fine. We're full of berries. We've got 80 kohlrabies. Absolutely full of the mangrove fruit, and we've got 27 cassavas, so we're not doing too great on cassavas, but that should hopefully build up with time. Double check our well-being. It's all looking good here. I'm gonna go ahead and pause this lumberjack here for now, because we want these trees to be cleared up here. I'm hoping this can be our new industrial area once we get it all cleared of trees. This channel here seems to be flowing pretty fast. I'm not sure if how the dam here will affect that. We'll see in the future. But I can get a few water wheels in here, and I can also get some of the steam engines. And hopefully we can make a nice little industrial area here. And it's not too close to sort of central hub over here as well, but it's not too far away from our beavers to be able to walk there. Okay, this is great. The dam is in over here, and we can test it out our next dry season. So what I'm going to do is look at getting some more water pumps in here. Which means I'm probably going to have to move this road I put in, but that is fine. I'll go ahead and put 2 in over there. And I guess now this big tank is full. I might look at putting one over here near these guys. But that does take a lot of gears, and we are pretty low on gears. Oh no, we've got 12, and actually our smelter is in, which is great. I think this is where I'm going to leave the video off today. We've made quite a bit of progress. We started with testing our bad water defenses, and I think we've hopefully got those worked out. We'll find out on our first bad water. We also made a good start on metal. We've got scrap. We've got plenty of scrap being stored, and we also have a smelter up and running, though we will have to finish getting the power to that hopefully soon. We also got gears started. We got a lot more water storage, and we have hopefully quite a bit more water stored for the next drought, and some more water pumpers in. And we also have a plan ready and going for an industrial area up here. So I had a lot of fun playing this. I hope you all having a wonderful few days, and I'll see you again in my next video. Bye!